joins us now. Melanie Wicklin is the Chief Executive of Age UK, Cambridgeshire and Peterborough. Hi, Melanie.
Hello.
Just to explain, please, if people don't know what Age UK does.
Yeah, hi. We are Age UK, Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, and we're an independent charity which is part of the brand partnership of Age UK. So we support older people across the whole area of Cambridgeshire and Peterborough. Quite a large number of older people have accessed our services, particularly over the course of the pandemic.
I know it's difficult to generalise, but how are people doing right now ahead of Christmas, Melanie?
People now are finding this even harder, I believe, than perhaps early on in the pandemic, because it's now winter, the days are shorter, the nights are longer. They have been isolated for quite some time, trying to see a light at the end of the tunnel for this horrible virus that is around all of us and affecting all of us. But for many, it's really knocked confidence, and it's affected physical and mental well-being quite dramatically.
Yeah, I mean, many people wondered which way the Prime Minister would turn. What he's decided not to do is criminalise meeting up with people. He says he knows the value of Christmas, and so he's not taken the authoritarian route, but he has said, you know, be sensible about it. Do you feel that's the right approach?
I think it is the right approach today. And the reason being is that we've known about the relaxation for quite some time now, and to change it when everybody has made such significant plans and have looked forward to being together for so long does make it difficult to change it so close to the festive period.
I mean, he said banning Christmas would be inhuman.
It would be inhuman. I think we all have a very personal responsibility to actually think about the dangers, the risks around mixing with friends, family, the bubbles, whatever, however that may look. We all have that personal responsibility, and we all know the risks. We've been told them enough times over the last 7-8 months. So it's our responsibility to actually know if we don't particularly feel too well, and therefore we shouldn't be mixing with others just in case.
Yeah. The message from England's Chief Medical Officer, Professor Whitty, standing beside the Prime Minister, was keep it small, keep it short, keep it local, and think of the most vulnerable people. And by and large, that's the folk that rely on Age UK, isn't it?
It definitely is the people who rely on Age UK, and this year we are open across the whole of the festive period, every day, all the bank holidays, Christmas Day, Boxing Day and New Year, etc. Because one thing that is very clear this year, a lot of people have taken and made a sensible decision to not mix with others, and therefore will be on their own, and certainly the uptake in services across the Christmas period is much greater than we saw last year.
Yeah. Maybe that might just push some people over the edge. You never know. They need something. What do you think they're going to need over those days when everybody else is with their families, those folk who are alone? What are you going to offer them, Melanie?
People need to know that I think one good thing to come out of COVID is society is very caring, and I think we need to be really sure that we never forget how caring our society has been. We've seen wonderful donations from local companies. Local schools have been incredible. They have given us Christmas cards to send out to the most isolated people in our area. And I can tell you now, receiving those cards has just been, it's been overwhelming for some of the recipients. So it's that kindness that is key. To our service users and to other older people out there, please do not suffer alone. If there is anything concerning you, don't be afraid or embarrassed to pick the phone up. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because there is a lot of help available over the festive period, and there are a lot of people willing to give their time to help others. So if you have a neighbour, pop a card through their door, it means the world, or knock on the door and check that they've got everything that they need if they are going to be on their own.
Yeah, that's such a good message, Melanie. It's just simple things, isn't it? A little bit of human contact, as you say, the knowledge that other people care. Don't suffer on your own. Such a strong message. Listen, I know you're not...
Don't suffer on your own, yeah. I was just going to say, don't suffer on your own. But also remember that this period is coming to an end, and if we can just all be sensible through this period, then, there is a light at the end of the tunnel for all of us.
Yeah, the Prime Minister did say that things will be better by Easter. Now listen, I know you're not a politician, Melanie, but Age UK has a powerful voice. Age UK, Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, you represent. Mm-hmm. They are deciding this evening, apparently, which tiers we're going to be in from here onwards. It'll be announced tomorrow. Cambridgeshire and Peterborough in Tier 2, but numbers are rising, in particular in Peterborough. What do you think? Should we stay in 2, or should we move, or at least Peterborough move to 3?
I think the whole tier system is really quite confusing, and to think that practically it disappears for the 5 days of Christmas that have been set aside. So my advice would be, yes, be aware of the tier that you are in. You may be able to access different shops, pubs, restaurants, etc. if you're in tier 2, but think about it. Really, we're all in this together, and we all need to stay safe. Do you need to go out? I don't want to see local businesses suffer at all, but if you're feeling unwell, please don't go to that local business, because you potentially could be passing things on to other people. Support local, and I think we all need to be vigilant in the way that we approach everything. So the difference between tier 2 and 3 really doesn't hold much clout to me.
Okay. Now, if people need to get in touch with Age UK, just give us the contact details, please, Melanie.
Yes, your local Age UK is 0300 666 9860. And just to reiterate, if you do even need to speak to somebody on Christmas Day, that number will be monitored throughout the morning on Christmas Day, and there will be somebody to speak to.
Okay, I'm sure we'll speak again very soon. But thank you so much for being here. Please give our very best from everybody here to everybody at Age UK, and have a happy Christmas, Melanie.
Yeah, thank you for your support. Merry Christmas.
Melanie Wicklin there, Chief Executive from Age UK, Cambridgeshire and Peterborough.